definitely shorter than the XF. So So, upon removing all the lights, you can see how the frame is still XD. They used the same frame. They did change the slam panel a bit and all that, but we'll have to modify that. So the next thing now is to get this nasty bumper off. Ties. I don't know what the last owner did to this and how this thing just, well, held on there, as you see. Cable ties. Okay, so far we've got the bonnet on. Bumper, lights out, pretty simple job. Couple of screws, away you go. Yeah, that bumper just held on by a cable tie. I'm amazed it was holding on there. Wow. XF bumpers aren't really that strong like the XDs. Okay, so since all going good, we're now going to get onto the guard, and then once we got the guard off, we're going to adjust these doors because they have dropped a bit, so it gives me a good opportunity to straighten these doors up. So let me set you up on the camera and we'll get the guard off. Get the secret little bolt up here. You have to take the trim off just to get it. Now, I've seen some people online saying this is plug and play. A couple of people reckon it's a little bit fiddly, but then again every car is different, so we're going to find out. And here we go. One rust-free XF guard. Now I know I keep going on about how rust-free this body is. But as you can see up in here for the first time, there's a bit of surface rust there, but there's no rot in the end of that sill, which is bloody awesome. Now while I've got this guard off, I'm going to undo those door nuts there and realign this door, as it is sagging a bit, as you see there. Not much, but I think now's the opportunity to do it while I've got everything off, and might give that a clean and a bit of a paint before I put the guard back on. She's not looking too bad. Okay, now after discovering there's no rust down here, I've cleaned it up and I've put some rust proofing paint on it to just preserve it in the future, because that's where all the dirt and crap sit. But even coming up to the plenum chamber, it's super dry. So okay, well, onwards with the XD door. Now you can see there on that bottom hinge how far it had to come in because of that door sag, and yeah, it matches up pretty good now. And the other one's a bit of a bad one, so anyway, let's get this guard fixed. Let's get this guard put on. Now, if you're wondering, all the bolt holes are exactly the same. There's no difference here, there's nothing else you've got to do here. So you're just going to line this up on the bottom. and we'll bolt it in. Sweet! It's a bit of a surprise. We have an electric aerial here. It'd be weird for a panel van to have an electric aerial in it, but there we go. Rust-free guard. Yeah, electric aerial in a panel van, eh? Okay, it's taken about 2 hours to strip the front end down, put the guards on, new aerial, and I've just been lining up the panel gaps and the bonnet with the catch here, so it fits real well, as you see. There we go. And it lines up along the front really smoothly. So I'm going to leave it there for now. So 2 hours, okay, just proves anyone can do it, and up to this point everything has been plug and play. You haven't had to modify nothing, drill any extra holes, all the panels are lined up. Now we get to the stage where we got to modify some stuff, like the grill. I got to make a grill bracket for it, but all the headlights and that will all just bolt in, so we're going to do that. Now there's one thing I've got to do, and that's take the catch off the XF and bolt it to here and see how well the bonnet closes. So I'm going to muck around with that and then we'll get on with the headlights. Okay, we're on to the headlights, and as you can see the hole for the XD has always been there, and if you have these brackets it's basically, it will literally just go in like that, bolt up to the guard, and away you go. Now we're going to do the wiring for the XD, XF, so it's pretty simple. The XD had a double filament bulb, so we're not going to use this, and that's for your Parker. So here's your XD light and our XF wiring harness. So I've just spliced, where is it? Oh, there we go. These two connections on, and these are for your Parker bulb. So just collect those back up like that, back like that. Earth, where'd the power go? There's the power, headlight, there we go. So that will then go straight to the indicator bulb, and this will go straight to your XF plug. So anyway, let's go and install this lamp. So we've got our indicators, headlights. Now the original brackets for these XDs were too small, for the XF ones, so I've just had to make some new ones, and they're pretty solid in there. So I've got the wiring in, headlights are on, parker, and indicator at the moment. So that all looks good. So now we're on to the grill. Now we will have to drill some holes here to modify this. So that's what we're going to do now. Now some people can change this top piece because it is different to the X lead, but we're just going to drill some holes and fix it the way it should be. We'll do the grills, the bumper, and just some tidy up. And, yeah, it's an all-day thing. You know, I wouldn't want to rush this. This is why I've chosen to take a day to do this. Okay. Now, that looks good. Starting to look good. I'm attaching the bottom of the grill here as it was broken, and I've made some brackets up. Now the bottom bracket where the XF headlight was comes in very handy. Don't want to focus. So I've got this bracket from Bunnings for about $2, and you can bend it and cut it to any shape and size you want. It's pretty flexible, very cheap, and as you see what I've done here, I've just bolted it to there and bolted it to the grill, and you can have a twist in it like that, so it is very solid. That's not going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to have to make another one for the other side, and yeah, the grill will be done, and we've got one last thing to do, and that's the bumper. So it's looking nice. I am missing the badge though in the middle. If anyone has one of those, let me know. But she's almost finished. Okay, so the grill, as you see, I've had to make new pilot holes. You know what, I don't see anything wrong with that, to be honest. The grill lines up pretty good. And as for the bottom, I've made the two brackets up under there. As you can see there, two silver brackets there on either side, and that stops any wobbling around, so that's not going to crack or vibrate. And basically it's just the stuff here from Bunnings. Costs $2 for a whole sheet of it, and you can bend it in any way possible and make brackets up. A couple of self-tappets and away we go. So we're on the home stretch now. Got some small things to do, so let's get this bumper on, bolt that up, and then we just gotta fix up the latch for the bonnet, test up all the lights, and there, it should be complete. So home stretch now. So get the bonnet out, bumper, and we'll see how it fits up, and hopefully we don't have any dramas. At this point, this has taken about 3 to 4 hours, but there has been a lot of little fiddly pieces on it to do, but it has been pretty straightforward. So it's not a difficult job. It just takes about a day. Allow a day, because you're going to come across some little fiddly farty things that just don't work, and but touch wood, I've not come across it yet, and but we still got the bumper to go, so let's see if that puts up a fight. Here we go. So here we are. We have the bumper on. Now, for anyone who's theorizing about this, the bumper bolts straight on to the original XF holes. There's nothing you've got to do. It's bolt, plug and play. Sure, there's two brackets on the side, inside where the XF bolted up. You can use those to bolt to these side bolts here. So let's have a look. Now, for some reason, well, I know the reason, the bumper is forward just slightly. You can just see it. And the reason that is because of my air conditioning condenser. The bumper is hitting that at the bottom, as you can see. So I might have to either trim a little bit out or just leave it as it is. It's not that noticeable, but you know, it's there. It's there, so I think I'll just leave it as it is, because I don't want to mess with anything else. So the grill turned out well. The lights, got to test everything in a moment. And there we go.